Hi, this is a One Hackathon demonstration video for Kanga Finance. Kanga Finance is building a financial platform to support multi-chain settlement and efficient cross-chain bridging. Our main offerings are simple, high-yield returns to drive mass adoption for users and efficient tools for asset custodians such as Harmony, providing additional yield to assist with Treasury Management and specialized liquidity offerings to enhance the market for both native tokens and all the developers building on the Harmony platform. My name is John Whitton and I've been working on Kanga Finance for the past 6 months. Before that, I was building out a DeFi offering on Polkadot, and I previously was an ecosystem architect for Harmony and have worked closely with the project for the last 3 years. This video will focus on the MVP, a functioning DEX on the Harmony Testnet. So for our work today, you'll find our code base here. All the code for the hackathon is open source. We're currently updating the permissions. So if you have trouble accessing any of this code, just reach out and we'll make sure that you get access to it. You can also find our NPM packages here. Main thing is the SDK, but we also have sort of a couple of helpers there for token management. So our roadmap, so our goal is to launch our platform on mainnet in the next 6 to 8 weeks. This includes submitting our MVP for a working DEX of this hackathon. We're looking to receive 100K in funding for launch, which will be used for development, including code audits, community management, and compliance. And we're hoping to achieve a large portion of this via the hackathon, Harmony launch program, and bounties, with the remaining coming through investments. We'll also be having an adoption drive to drive user adoption, and that will involve people trading on testnet and receiving rewards and sort of airdrop rewards for our mainnet launch. The hackathon tracks, Kanga will be entering the 3 separate categories: cross-chain liquidity, bridging of assets, and the on-chain wallet. And then for the bounties and the roadmap moving forward, we will continue to engage with Harmony as we define our roadmap, and we'll seek bounties for areas of strong synergies, such as one wallet integration, integration of staking derivatives into Kanga's yield stacking functionality, bridging of assets into Kanga liquidity pools on Harmony, bridging of assets across chains via Harmony, and capital efficient solutions providing yield for Harmony's treasury management. Okay, so let's jump to the demo. By the way, this is our roadmap, and as I said, we'll continue to work with Harmony on that roadmap. So for this demo, we set up a number of tools. We've shared all this documentation. It's at testing.kanga.finance. And so there's links here to faucets, to explorers, to the bridge, etc. What we did was we deployed a number of test tokens, our own, obviously our factory contract, router contracts, and we basically created a number of liquidity pools with about 600K worth of liquidity per pool, so people could actually experiment and test swapping across multiple pools. Okay. For us, we basically use a number of different wallets for different roles. The main one for this purpose of this demo is the liquidity provider, who's provided the liquidity for the platform, and the trader who will be doing the swaps here. So if we look at the liquidity provider, you can see right now they've got a number of tokens. These are the ones that we minted, and we're going to be working with the Kanga tokens and the Wrap1 tokens today. So here you'll see that they have deposited roughly 2 million Wrap1 tokens and around 9 million, almost 10 million Kanga tokens. And that's because we price Kanga at about 1/5 the price of Wrap1. So that's the liquidity pool that's set up. And if you look at these token balances now, what you'll see is that after the trades, these will have increased due to the transaction fees for the trade, okay? So we're gonna switch now over to the trader, and they're gonna do a couple of swaps. So, so now we've automatically switched over to the trader. They haven't provided any liquidity, so there's nothing here. And if you look at the swap functionality, they're going to swap Kanga tokens, and they're going to swap them for Wrap1. And we'll just do a simple swap here. We're going to swap 100,000 Kanga tokens and 100,000. And they're going to get around 20,000 Wrap1 tokens, okay? So if we swap those tokens and confirm that swap, I've already done some swaps here, so it's not asking for approval again. Usually the first time it will ask you for approval there. So that has now been confirmed. If you want to see that transaction on the Explorer here, it will come up. Harmony being fast and especially also being cheap, the transactions run very quickly, and you can see here on the PX Explorer that this swap has taken place. Now, just so I don't forget, whilst I'm here, I'm also going to swap around 20,000 back for some Kanga tokens. And let me just see here, that's 20,000, not 200,000. And so we'll swap those back, okay? And once again, confirm the swap, you'll be able to see it on Explorer, etc. Okay? So now we're going to just jump back back to the liquidity provider and see how those balances have changed. So if we come back into Kanga and we have a look at the pool functionality here and look at this pool, obviously they still own 100% of the liquidity in the pool. But what happened was previously they had 2,041,000. They've actually got slightly less Kanga tokens due to the exchange rate there. But they also had RAP1 tokens. They've got less RAP1 tokens. But they also had 9,817,000 Kanga tokens. And now that's up to 9,820. So they earned about 3,000 Kanga in trading fees from this transaction. Okay. So we'll have a couple of look at some other side of things. So a couple of things. We'll cover these in more detail, but I'll just mention them in passing here. As far as One Wallet integration, we have already included that functionality into the UI. We're currently working with the team and waiting for a Web3 React package to actually complete that functionality. And that'll be the subject of a separate video. Also on that side of things, we are in the process of running the One Wallet and integrating Kanga to provide access to Kanga's liquidity pools for the swap functionality for the One Wallet as well. So we're working on that as we speak. Another one that we should mention while we're here is the bridging functionality. So for this, we call this jump. So people can jump tokens to Harmony. They can jump all the way, say, from Binance to Ethereum via Harmony, and they can sort of use one token and deposit into multi-liquidity pools. This is a mock-up for the UI for this. The work done so far has been basically building out a cross-chain API and basically the design for this. So we've reviewed this design with the Harmony team. It's a full design, including sort of the UI, the SDK, smart contract layer, and the API layer to provide this robust bridging and liquidity provisioning functionality. Okay. And then if we can just take a minute to look at some of the future functionality that we're going to have. Staking is something, so basically the way this works is as a token holder, you can provide your tokens and you will receive transaction fees, protocol fees, which will go into the pool as Kanga, and that will increase your balance of your Kanga. So for example, if you deposit, say, 1,000 Kanga tokens, you receive 1,000 X Kanga tokens. Over the period of time, if 100 Kanga tokens are harvested from the protocol fees, they'll be deposited into the pool, and then the 1,000 Kanga fees, X Kanga tokens are now worth sort of 1,100 Kanga tokens. So at that point in time, the user can cash out and basically receive those extra Kanga tokens as rewards for staking in the field. One thing which is going to be interesting with that is how we can combine that with our stack functionality. And this is where you can basically stack and get multiple yields by sort of yield stacking here. So this is a future feature, so I won't go into too much detail here, but one of the areas of interest for this is basically integrating something with, say, a particular interest for Harmony is how we could apply this to staking derivatives and where the staked asset may earn yield in other pools, okay? And then the last thing I'll just quickly touch on here is our lend functionality. So we're going to be looking at building out, as I said, lending functionality here. The lending capabilities, it's on the roadmap, and we plan to partner with Oracle providers such as Chainlink and stablecoins such as Terra. And basically, you'll be able to collateralize loans with a variety of tokens which you trust for collateralized loans, either in stablecoins or other tokens potentially. Okay. Now, one of the big differentiators for Kanga moving forward is we're planning to launch, currently we're planning to launch with a standard bonding curve, but especially for the bridge pools where you're bridging assets across chains, a stable swap curve is much more efficient for that. So Kanga is planning to integrate, to launch with the standard product curve, which is similar to Uniswap's V2 offering, which has been leveraged by a number of successful DEXs. But moving forward, we're going to have use case specific bonding curves, and we plan to integrate those bonding curves with what we call MOB, which is basically an optimized token management pool, which separates the bonding logic from the token management side of things, allowing much more efficient trading both across chains and also gas fees within the chain as well. So the first focus of the Wallabies will be a stable swap curve for bridge pools, and then moving forward, other offerings include sort of liquidity bootstrapping for fundraising purposes and concentrated liquidity offerings, and then low slippage curves, potentially leveraging price oracles. And as you can see here, we'll also be looking at an adaptive bonding curve moving forward. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time. I hope you'll consider this. We will put an update in Gitcoin, and we'll also on talk.harmony.one with links to each of the videos. Thank you for your time, and look forward to partnering with Harmony moving forward. Cheers.